Imagine waking up to a wild elephant in your neighborhood. A dramatic sight, isn't it? Picture the majestic creature out of place amid concrete structures, its eyes reflecting confusion and fear. It's a scene of chaos as the human residents grapple with the unexpected intrusion. Suddenly, the boundaries between the wild and the urban blur. This isn't a scene from a surreal movie. It's a startling reality that's unfolding in India. The frequency of such incidents is on the rise, and the culprit, rapid, unplanned urbanization. Trees are being felled, forests cleared, all to make way for buildings. The natural habitats of these animals are being destroyed, forcing them to wander into human societies. But it's not just the wildlife that's affected. The escalating pollution, the mounting traffic problems are all indicators of cities bursting at their seams, a result of haphazard development. This is a reality for many in India, where urban sprawl is pushing wildlife out of their homes. Urbanization is a global phenomenon, but not all countries experience the same consequences. As we cast our eyes around the globe, we see nations that have navigated the urbanization wave with conscious planning and foresight. Their strategies offer valuable lessons for India, lessons that we can no longer afford to ignore. Take, for example, Denmark. This small European nation is a beacon of planned urban development. Danish cities are designed with a keen eye on sustainability. Green spaces are not an afterthought but an integral part of the cityscape. They not only provide a breath of fresh air amidst concrete structures, but also serve as safe havens for local wildlife. Venture down under to Australia and you'll find another shining example. Here, wildlife corridors have been intentionally integrated into the urban fabric. These green pathways allow animals to move across cities safely, reducing the risk of human-wildlife conflict. In Singapore, a city-state known for its skyscrapers, the notion of a city in a garden is not a fanciful dream but a lived reality. A whopping 50% of its land area is under green cover. This commitment to greening has seen native wildlife flourish even amidst rapid urban growth. These countries have not only prioritized sustainable urban planning but also reaped its rewards. They bear testimony to a lower incidence of human-wildlife conflict. Their cities are less polluted, their citizens healthier, their wildlife more diverse. But more than that, they serve as a stark contrast to the unplanned urban sprawl we see in parts of India. They remind us that urbanization need not be a zero-sum game, where the gains of human society come at the expense of nature. Indeed, these nations show us a different path, one where urbanization and environmental health are not at loggerheads, but rather go hand in hand. A path where cities are not merely places for people to live, work and play, but also spaces where wildlife can thrive. When urbanization is well planned and considerate of the environment, it leads to a harmonious coexistence of humans and wildlife. If the current trend of unplanned urbanization continues, what does the future hold? Imagine a world where the once vibrant green forests are replaced by concrete jungles, where wildlife sightings become a thing of the past, confined to the pages of old books. This could be our reality if the relentless pace of unplanned urbanization continues unchecked. Habitat destruction is not just a local problem, it's a global crisis. As our cities expand, we are encroaching into the territories of countless species, pushing them to the brink of extinction. The loss of these species does not just mean a less diverse world, but it also disrupts the delicate balance of our ecosystems, leading to unforeseen consequences. This dystopian future is not just about the loss of biodiversity, it's also about the quality of life within our cities. As we continue to build without planning, we are creating cities that are becoming increasingly unlivable. Pollution soars as trees are cut down, and our air becomes more toxic. Traffic congestion becomes the norm rather than the exception, leading to wasted hours and frayed nerves. And then there are the social and economic costs. Human-wildlife conflicts could become more frequent and more dangerous as desperate animals venture into human settlements in search of food and shelter. The cost of dealing with these conflicts, both in terms of human lives and financial resources, could be staggering. Yet it's not all doom and gloom. If we act now, we can change the course of this narrative. We can plan our cities in a way that respects the rights of all species to exist. We can build green spaces into our urban landscapes to provide habitats for wildlife and improve the quality of our air. We can design our transport systems to reduce congestion and pollution. The future is in our hands. If we act now, we can shape a future where both humans and wildlife have a place in our cities.